Today is September 2024. This month, I have left 2 jobs and I've also gained 2 new jobs. On top of that, I started uni this week and I'm also running my own business. So it's easy for me to be overwhelmed. My old self, me before, in a situation like this would have definitely been overwhelmed to the point where I couldn't even function, not knowing which step I need to do, what I need to focus on. What is it do I need to do at this moment? Before, I would get overwhelmed because I had crap goals, like my focus was weak. A few years ago, my goal was to go to the gym. Like, yeah, my goal was to go to the gym. Another goal of mine was to stop playing video games and only play video games for 1 hour a day. These goals have like good intention, it's good that I want to go to the gym. It's good that I want to stop playing video games. But those goals in itself, go to the gym, play video games less, they're not getting me out of bed. Am I excited to wake up out of bed from the cold weather and I'm all cozied up in bed? Do you think that's gonna get me up? Go to the gym, play video games less. I'm gonna get up, start my day and play video games less. Again, these are good intentions with the goal, but they're not exciting. They're very crap goal. What does it even mean, go to the gym? And then that's it? Like, my mission in my young life is to look after the people that I love. If you watch my previous YouTube videos, it may sound like I'm repeating myself over and over again, but let's not make it any more complicated. It's really that simple. We don't need many different goals like not playing video games and go to the gym and eat healthy. Let's not overcomplicate it. It's just one goal. One goal that would, if you accomplish that goal, would change everything in your life. And to me, that is look after the people that I love, which means to retire my girlfriend and my parents so that they don't have to work anymore. Now I made it clear with myself what is my goal, and not only is it clear with myself, but it's a goal that even though I may not feel like getting out of bed one day, that's the type of goal that excites me, that drives me to continue to not give up, even though it might be hard right now. The reason why I want to work hard while I'm young to look after my parents is seeing the sacrifices they made for me. I feel like I should return the favor in my own way. So now I made it clear what the one goal is. The one goal is make sure my parents are good, look after my parents. That's the one goal, and because that's the one exciting goal, there are many missions below that, smaller missions below that. So if I want to look after my parents, then my goal is not to read. My goal is to look after my parents, because to make that amount of money that I'm looking to make, I don't know how to make that amount of money. So I need to learn how to make that amount of money. So therefore, I should read. So the goal for me is not read more books. The goal is still to look after my parents. And it just so happens that, yeah, I need to be learning and reading. My goal is not to go to the gym. My goal is to look after my parents. Well, I need to be mentally sharp, right? So going to the gym and working out will help me have a clear mind to actually learn how to make this amount of money. And then it also gives me the physical benefits that I'll have the energy to actually do it. Well, my goal is not to save money. My goal is not to stop partying or stop drinking. Again, my goal is to look after my parents. And to do it while young, I gotta say no to partying and drinking, because those are, not only is it the time, the Saturday night, the Friday night, not only is it the time that I'm going out, which I'm not spending learning, it's also the next couple of days that I'm hungover and I don't feel like doing the work. It multiplies. So it doesn't make sense for me to do those things, clubbing and partying and drinking. Because again, my goal is not to stop partying. My goal is not to stop drinking. My goal is to look after my parents. And because I'm serious, it just so happens that partying and drinking, yeah, I should stop these things, because it doesn't make sense, because they don't help me with my goal. In fact, they actually stop me from my goal. It slows me down, doesn't it? So in today's world where we're easily distracted by video games, sexy naked girls, social media, when we live in the world and we've grown up in this world with modern distractions, even if you're a very disciplined person, even if you know exactly what you want to do, because of our environment and the things that are around us, we can be the most disciplined person, but it's still so hard because it's so easy to be distracted. There's so many good things to watch, good movies, good porn, YouTube videos. So you could be so disciplined and focused and driven, but even then it's still super hard. So why I say not only to be clear with your goal, but just choose one goal, like one main exciting goal, and everything else will lead to that one goal. another example, I started stretching in the last few years, and never have I ever like said to myself, hey, this year I want to do more stretching. Hey, my New Year's resolution, hey, I have the goal to do more stretching. Never have I ever actually said that to myself, but I realized that I have the goal to accomplish all these things that I want in life. And I just thought to myself, yeah, then it makes sense for me to be stretching, because if I have the millions of money, and yet I can't even stand up, sit down without feeling pain, then I'd rather, then you can't really enjoy your millions. And another reason, I want to have a family in the future, and that's why I want to make a lot of money now, so I can give my kids this generational wealth. Well, it makes sense for me to be stretching also, because yeah, I've got the kids, yeah, I've got the millions, but I can't even run around with them because I'm too sore. So it's easy to be distracted in today's world, so you can be more focused, I've found, by having one goal, one big exciting goal that not only excites you, but you believe you can do. Because once you in the day-to-day, well, for me, I'm going from my day job to my other day job. After that, I got university, and then on top of that, I have an essay to do. On top of that, I have a business that I'm running. So I have a lot of noise. And during the times where I feel overwhelmed, I ask myself, what's the one thing? And I realized that, okay, I'm gonna look after my parents, right? So when the teacher tells me about an essay that's due, an essay that I have to do, on top of that, I'm tired from all my other jobs and my businesses, right? It's easy for me to get overwhelmed, like knowing which step to take. But I realized that I want to look after my parents. To do that, I need a lot of money, which I will make from my business. Therefore, if I fail this university essay, or if I fail this university degree, it doesn't really change anything, because at the end of uni, I'm going to be a business owner. Well, I'm going to continue being a business owner. So I don't need that special fancy degree. I don't need that university degree, because the only reason why I need that university degree is so I can get a job by someone else. And that's not what I want. I want to run my own business, maybe even look for other people to hire. So this makes the worlds of a difference, because not so, like literally like 2 years ago, a university essay, a university deadline was the end of the world for me. Like, it was like if I didn't submit this, I'm like a bad person, which now I know that's not the case. And having this expectation, this like new way of seeing things, to realize that it's not actually as overwhelming as I think, because I don't really need the university degree. I don't really need these day jobs. Even though I'm in the busyness of the everyday life, I don't really need this university degree, and I don't need the day jobs. The one thing that I should be focusing on is this business. And just by having this focus, by having this one goal, it really helps me not get overwhelmed and panicking, because when I get overwhelmed and panicking, then game over, isn't it? There's no winning from that. But because I adjusted my expectations, it's helped me so much with the clarity, because that's the only reason why I get overwhelmed, is because there's so many things to do and I don't know which step to do first, and the step that I do, it's very weak. I'm doing it very passively. I'm not really doing it as hard as I should be, because there's a lack of vision, there's my attention is there and there and there and there, as opposed to now where there are many things happening in my everyday. There's this day job, that day job, this business, university. But now I realize that it's not as overwhelming as I make it out to be, because there's only one thing I should be focusing on. Thank you for being here.